Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Fits me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? Tonight is the Whether You Like It or Not panel. It's going to be on Really Be TV Reviews. If you are not subscribed to Really Be TV Reviews, make sure y'all get over there and get subscribed, because it will be going down around 8:30-ish tonight, down to the Really Be TV Reviews. Okay? Come on in. I forgot to get water. Hold on, y'all. Let me go grab a bottle of water real quick. Y'all know I need to have my water when I'm talking to y'all. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that, y'all. Here I come. Okay. Oh, Lord. Now I got to take the picture down. Okay. Here I go. Okay. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. So, first of all, we are on Verdict Watch. There's something going on over on the Diddly side of things. So I think I might need to share my screen maybe with CNN and see what's going on. So we are on Verdict Watch. You guys know that the thank you, Tracy. That's the link. If you are not subscribed to Really Be TV, get the, go on and subscribe now. Go on, get over there. I got a little bit of a tan. A little bit. I have my sunscreen on every day and all that, but it's only but so much you can do. So maybe do y'all think that's what I need to do? Tracy, definitely. I know Tracy. What up, Cruiser? I know Tracy will keep me updated, but let me share my screen with CNN, because, like I said, y'all know the jury does have the case. I know Pam is live right now going over the jury instructions, and there is something going on. There's something going on. So let me share my screen with CNN, and we'll just refresh CNN, child. I know everybody is live right now. But I'd already planned to go live before, so we're just going to stay while we're here. We're going to wait and see what's going on. Let me look real quick and see what the update is, but it looks like something is going on. Let's see what the latest update is. Okay, the jury is, listen, I don't know if, I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to read what it says, and then we're going to move on, and I'm sure it's Tracy or whoever else is in here will let me know if something goes down. But it seems like this jury, I don't know if the jury instructions were confusion or if these people are confusion. I don't know. But they keep sending notes to the judge. Child, they keep sending notes to the judge, honey. All right, let's see what's going on. Don't let me forget the church announcements, y'all. I kind of just jumped right into this without getting into the church announcements. Don't let me forget the church announcements, because I got some stuff to say. Okay. So it says right here, 3 minutes. Okay, ain't nothing happening. The last note from 3 minutes ago says that the jury will resume deliberations tomorrow morning. So it says there are notes. The jury sent 2 notes. 7 minutes ago, the jury sent 2 notes to the judge. The first note, they getting some clarification. Okay, so they're sending notes to the judge. So the last update from CNN from 4 minutes ago says the judge is bringing the jury out to dismiss them for the day and tell them that he'll respond to their questions tomorrow. So we don't know what the question is. At least it's not right here on CNN. So tomorrow morning, the judge will address the question. So there will be no verdict today. Okay, so we can move on from that. Moving right along. Tracy said them jury instructions are confusing AF. That man has a PhD and gave up. You know what? It's not funny because we talking about somebody's life, but remember on the Karen Reed trial, I know a lot of y'all weren't following the Karen Reed trial, but on the Karen Reed trial, the jury instructions on her first, the first ballot from her first trial, it didn't have not guilty on the ballot. It just had guilty. So her attorneys were like, "Whoa, hold up! Like, how do you not give the option of not guilty?" So, Chuck, it is. It was from the point of view that at the beginning they said this trial was going to take 6 weeks. Well, the prosecution didn't put on a case, and some might say that the prosecution didn't put on a case because they didn't feel like that. I mean, I'm sorry, the defense, didn't put on a case. Some might say that the defense didn't put on the case because they don't feel like the prosecution, proved their case. But I honestly think that, feel like they didn't, and this is coming from a non-attorney. Y'all know I'm nobody's attorney. But I'm just wondering who they could have put up there to testify. Because remember, everything is cool until cross-examination. We know some of those witnesses were cool until Villanova Bull. I need to talk to you, girl, because I don't know who you was talking about the other night. I ain't had a chance to circle back around and slide in your DMs and find out what you had going on, girl. But I was in the bushes. What up, V? And you did a live last night. I looked at some of it. You know, I was just getting back in town, so I did look at some of your live last night. Again, if y'all are not following Villanova. If y'all are not following Villanova, y'all know that she has been keeping up with the Nesto and Shirley Strawberry situation, but now she got her teeth in that Jennifer Williams, Christian Gold situation. And at some point, I'm gonna have her over here so she can break down some of the stuff she got going on. Okay. You said that you feel like they could have brought in a BDSM expert to talk why Diddy's personal life is not a crime. Well, first of all, Diddy's not into BDSM. He's into swinging. That's 2 different things. They weren't doing BDSM. They were just having freaky ass sex. That's not BDSM. So a BDSM expert wouldn't have helped. A swingers expert wouldn't have. See, in my opinion, I can't speak to the rest of the jury. Freaky sex has never been a crime. I don't know if we need an expert to explain a swinger's lifestyle. Because here's the problem from where I sit. And I ain't about to relitigate the Diddy trial. Lord knows I'm not. But here's my issue from where I sit. I don't think people have a hard time understanding a swinger's lifestyle. I think that all of the other things surrounding the swingers lifestyle is where people were having an issue. You know what I'm saying? The drugs, the staying up all hours of the night, So, yeah. I just think, but I don't think, okay, I ain't about to do this with y'all again. We moving on. I'm not about to spend all night on Diddy. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. We talked about this the other day. Some of us just disagree, and that's okay. That's all right. We disagree, and that's okay. He's not on trial. Right? He's not on trial for sex parties. He's not even on trial for DV. And we know if he was being charged with DV, baby, I don't think nobody would have a problem with that verdict. DV We saw a video of it, and I don't care how they slice and dice that up. That man whooped that girl's tail. Now, I don't care what else they tried to say happened before, during, or after. So, anyway, moving right along. This is why I hate jury duty. I roll off my front porch on purpose. Not I roll off my front porch on purpose. I love jury duty. I just never get picked. The people that want to do it, they don't never pick me. Child. All right, let's get into these church announcements before we get into the rest of the commentary. Oh, I don't like that one. What flavor packet is this? It's got an aftertaste to it. I don't like this. Peach iced tea. This got an aftertaste to it. I don't like this one. Okay, moving right along. Baby, if it was DV charges, they would have been back. Yeah, they'd have been back 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, right? Okay. The question is, what was he doing to facilitate the parties? Madam President, hey, Papo. Hey, boo. So here's a quick church announcements, and then we're going to get into the things of the thing. So first of all, today kicks off my birthday week. This is where I need the sound effects for a round of applause. Ray Bishop, hold on. I'm gonna come back to that. Let me get through my announcements before I forget, but I'm gonna come back to what you just said. I will have a birthday party live stream on Wednesday night. My actual birthday is on Wednesday, so I will be doing a live stream on Wednesday night. Damn, something I forgot. Oh, y'all know what also happens on July the 1st. Thank you, Papa. Y'all know what also happens on July the 1st. Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody want to take a guess? What else happens on July the 1st, people? If you know me, then you know. I'm going to see if the chat gets it. But what people don't understand is that he paid for sex, and the only place that's legal is the Bunny Ranch. Oh, well, definitely memberships. Oh, your niece is July 2nd too? Oh, shucks. Well, we know. Okay, yeah. The memberships definitely go down on July the 1st. We'll be doing that tomorrow. Dang, all y'all know about the free memberships, though. Look. Y'all. I can't believe y'all don't know me at all. Tracy, you're close. You are very close. Baby, it's Christmas in July. Now, I'm not going to put... Yeah, Majani got it. Yeah, I should have put money on the line. Majani was the first one to put it in the chat. Christmas in July. So y'all know that Hallmark has all the Christmas movies starting tomorrow. So y'all know what it is. Somebody said, do I do the Kool-Aid? I don't do the Kool-Aid packages. Packets. I do Crystal Light. But this must be like a diet Crystal Light or something. This has a really nasty aftertaste. I don't like it. Because I use Crystal Light all the time, but this is like in a white package. So I feel like this might be like, I don't know. Because this is a regular Crystal Light. I don't know. That one got an aftertaste. I don't like it. Okay, you were invited to a summer ween party. That is an interesting thought. Summer Halloween? That is... Send me pictures of that. I need to see. I need to see what that's giving. That is interesting. Yeah, we need to see pictures of that one, lovely Nola. What is a summer ween party? That is interesting. All right. So for those who did not see my community wall, this really irritated me, you guys. You always just feel violated when somebody takes from you, right? When somebody steals from you, you just feel violated. So I put the announcement on my community wall. If you order anything off of my Amazon wish list and you got a notification that it was delivered after the 23rd, then I need you to please report that item as stolen, and try to get your money back. My packages were stolen. I did have people, checking on my mail and checking for my packages. Um, Pat, y'all know Pat is here. But literally I had packages delivered. I literally had packages delivered like during the day, and before Pat could get here, the packages were gone. Y'all, I have lived here for 12 years. I have never, and I do mean never, had a package stolen. My sister has lived with me. My niece has lived with me. Y'all know that Pat lives here now. And all of us have ordered any number of packages from any number of places. And I have never had a package stolen. Never had a package stolen. I've actually even had packages sit on my doorstep overnight. Not on purpose, but shit happens. And I've never had a package stolen. I was talking to a couple of my neighbors today. They've never had any packages stolen. So I don't know who did it. I do have a Ring camera, but I don't have the and this is where I get pissed off, because I've had my Ring for like 2 years now, maybe 3, give or take 2 to 3 years. And I always had the option where it keeps the recording. Whenever somebody knocks on your door, it keeps the recording for up to a certain amount of days. Y'all know how YouTube will make you update your payment method every couple of years, or however they do it, and they'll cancel the membership so you can update it. Well, Ring did that to me because the money was there to pay it. So I don't know what, but anyway, they canceled that. So I had just the basic plan for like maybe the last like 3 months, and I just kept forgetting to go and update my credit card. I just kept forgetting to do it. And I'm pissed off now because now I need that footage to see who the hell was on my front porch. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have it. I can only get a timestamp of when somebody was at my door. So if anybody, and I'm so sorry, you guys, because I know, some of y'all did order stuff. Now, anything that came before last Sunday, I have it. But anything that was delivered last week, it was stolen. I know at least 3 packages were stolen. And y'all know they stole my candles. Baby, they stole my candles because I ordered some Bath and Body Works candles during the semi-annual sale. And I know they were delivered. I got the email from Bath and Body Works saying that they were delivered on Wednesday. Baby, do you know somebody stole my damn candles? Like, do you know how desperate you stole my candles? One of the packages they stole was Pat ordered one of those cotton candy pickles off of TikTok. They stole a pickle. Because they don't know what's in the package. They're just stealing the packages. So I'm like, when you got home and you opened up that package and it was a fucking pickle. A pickle. And you know the Bath and Body Works box says Bath and Body Works. So it wasn't even an Amazon box. It said, so you knew you were stealing candles. So anyway, y'all. Those are the church announcements. Mo Walker said that's somebody nearby. It just, it always just makes you feel violated. You know what I'm saying? Because again, at the end of the day, the candles, I reported everything stolen. I don't know if they're going to give me my money back or not. Because of course, on their side, it was delivered. You know what I'm saying? On their side, it was delivered. But, it's just a violation. It's just a violation. What they stole from Pat was a little more pricey. Another package they stole of hers had something a little more pricey in it. But what you can do, what you gonna do? They still can't do nothing with it. It's still very much, specific to Pat. Really be they also have light bulbs with a camera in it if you have an outside porch light. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I've just never had that issue before because somebody I put it on my neighborhood, the neighborhood message board, and they were like, "Well, have you ever thought about doing the hubs? The Amazon hubs?" And I was like, "I'm gonna have to start using one now because I've never had to do it before. I have literally never had a package stolen. Never. I've been here 12 years and I have never had a package stolen. So I just didn't think about it because I've never had that issue before. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do it now." Excuse me. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to, make some different arrangements now. It's just because again, it wasn't even like it was here overnight. Like it literally was just sitting there for a couple of hours. And they did it in broad daylight. I'm waiting to talk to one of my neighbors who is sort of catty corner. I live like in a cul-de-sac. So one of my neighbors who is like catty corner to me. Thank you. I'm waiting to talk to him to see if maybe he still has the footage from last Wednesday because that's when it was taken. It was taken last Wednesday. I don't know if he still has it or not because he has a Ring camera too. We all have, and that's the other thing. All of us have Ring cameras because my neighbor who lives next door to me, she looked at her camera and she can't see anybody coming up on my porch. She can see when it was delivered, but she can't see anybody like from her angle. She can't see anybody coming up on the porch. Yeah. So, and again, if I was going to be out of town and nobody lived here, that's a different. I would have had them delivered to a different address. I would have asked my neighbor to get them for me, but I knew Pat was here, so that's the other reason why I wasn't like Pat's here. You know what I mean? So anyway, moving right along. It is what it is. It happens. So again, I'm gonna say it again, you guys. If anybody orders something and you got a notification that it was delivered anytime last week, I didn't get it. Again, I did get some packages before I left, and thank you. So just do whatever you got to do on the Amazon side. And if you need any information from me, let me know. All right. Moving right along. Listen, really ain't a whole lot going on, y'all, but let's talk about the few things that we have going on. Let's get into we don't have a lot to talk about, child. We don't have a lot to talk about. We're gonna get to Nelly's clown ass. Oh. Damn. Okay. Oof. Okay. All right. What I pick up my phone to do? Lord, see how easy, y'all know how easy it is to get sidetracked. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. I was gonna say Diddy. We about to get to Nelly in a second. Okay. So and remind me, I have a shit we did not ask for. Remind me, because I gotta scroll all the way back to get to it. So we have there's a new show alert. It's called The Big D. It is created by Flex Alexander, Chris Spencer, and Buddy Lewis, I think his name is. The trailer is on the Jasmine brand. It looks interesting. I mean, Flex Alexander plays a guy going through a divorce with kids, and it's like that whole like middle age thing. The trailer looks interesting. I mean, is this something I'm going to review or anything? Probably not, but I'll definitely, I'll probably watch it. Give it a looky loo. You know what I'm saying? Give it a looky loo. All right. There's a Don was put this on his community wall. It looks like it's like a local web reality situation. It's called Selling the DMV, and it's on the Home Team Lifestyle YouTube channel. And it's a family of Black owned, they're all Black brokerage firm here in the area where I live. I've heard of them before. I've heard of this family before, but like the whole family is are brokers or real estate agents, and they all work together. They bought like a whole like plaza. They all work out of that. And I didn't know that they were doing like a whole like, like their own version of Selling Tampa or whatever. So I'm gonna watch it. I don't think it's a show per se as much as it is like giving information. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we're gonna get into that. I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna review it, but check it out. It's a local Black-owned family that's doing the real estate of it all. It looks like August Wilson's play, Joe Turner's Come and Gone, is headed to Broadway. Y'all know I love me some August Wilson, okay? They're headed to Broadway, okay? It is going to be directed by Debbie Allen. And it's going to be starring Taraji P. Henson and Cedric the Entertainer. I would take a train ride up to New York, I would take a train ride up to New York, So shout out to them for that. Somebody just said something. I forgot what they just said. Just that quick, child. The NFL has banned Justin Tucker for 10 games of the upcoming season after 16 women accused him of misconduct. Now, for those who don't know who Justin Tucker is a player on the Baltimore Ravens. And I find it interesting that his case isn't getting as much attention as what's that boy that was accused of touching all them women during his massage? What's that boy name? I don't forgot his name. Deshaun, thank you, him. So I find it interesting that this case isn't getting as much attention as Deshaun Watson. Although, to be fair, Deshaun Watson has had a lot more women accuse him over multiple locations, okay? But Justin Tucker will be benched for 10 games, which is significant because the season is only like 15 games long. So that's the majority of the season. So that's significant. But we'll see where it goes with that. What up, Ebbs? What's up, boo? I know, right? I might run into Steven Spielberg again. Girl. I do want to take the train up to New York. I want to ride the train. I've never ridden the train to New York. I've driven. I've done a bus. I've never gotten on the train. I would love to do the train, the train to New York thing, and then stay overnight. I would love to do that. I might have to take care of that one time. Okay. Shout out to the WNBA. They announced today that they are expanding into 3 new cities, and Philadelphia is one of those cities. Thank you, cuz. What's going on with you? I heard everything went well Friday. And of course, I'm sorry I wasn't there. My step grandmother's grandson was Justin's coach in Baltimore. Lord, wait a minute, hold on. That's a lot of people. My step grandmother's grandson was his coach. Okay. The Amtrak from DCD. I hear it is. I know a lot of people who've done it. I hear it's very nice. That's something I want to do. One of these days, I'm gonna do that. So, Not Chicago. I said Chicago, not Chicago. Chicago already has a team. It's Philadelphia. Hold on. It's Philadelphia. Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Detroit. My bad. Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Detroit. They'll be joining the league by 2030. So congratulations to them. I know a couple of weeks ago, Dawn Staley, y'all know who Dawn Staley is. She's the coach of South Carolina State women's basketball. And she said that, she's from Philly and she's on a book tour because she just released her memoir. And she was saying that she would love, yeah, I know the tickets are bad. That's the other thing. I heard them tickets for those trains are just as bad as a plane ticket. That's probably why I've never done the train, because I can buy a plane ticket for the same price and get there in an hour, But she expressed interest in doing ownership, because somebody asked her would she coach. She was like, "No, I'm not interested in coaching, but I'm interested in owning. I'm interested in being an owner." So congratulations to Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Detroit. And y'all, we got to keep supporting it. We have to keep supporting the league. We have to keep going to the games, because the only reason why they're paying attention now is because people are going, because we have stars like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and some of these other women who have electrified the game in the last couple of years. Whether you like these people or hate them, people are coming to see them play. So we have to keep going even when those stars are not in town. We have to keep going, okay? Okay, that's better. I might mix these two together, because I ain't like that other one at all. Okay. Will you do another game this year? I probably won't do another game this year. I may go to another game this year. I want to go to a Liberty game, because y'all know I want to see Big Ellie. I want to go to a Liberty game, but I just don't think I can swing it. I just don't think I can swing it this summer. So next season, I just want to see Ellie. I want to see the game too, but y'all know I love Ellie. I love her. Okay. It's definitely long overdue. Thank you, Raven. I couldn't keep my scarf on, so I was worried about my head getting messed up, but so far so good. It's held up. The Amtrak prices during the week are better, going up on a Wednesday in a couple of weeks to catch Sunset Boulevard before it ends. I want to see. It's about 4 plays right now I want to see. And I said maybe during this summer I would do that, just go up. But you said during the week it's better. So maybe I'll look into some prices towards the end of the summer and see what they're talking about. What's up, Toby? You about to make another payment on your cruise? Hey, I need to make a payment. I said I wasn't doing nothing until I got back from Disney. So now that I'm back from Disney, I can focus on the next stuff that's on my agenda, child. Because I couldn't do. I had to focus. I had to stay focused on Disney. But now that that's in the rear view, I can look forward. Somebody said, "Do I watch Big Brother?" I do. I do watch Big Brother myself. Kiss My Cheeks, Busy Blue. I think JB is going to join us. We do like a weekly roundup. I know Busy tries to do a recap after every episode. I think Kiss My Cheeks tries to do a recap after every episode. I try, but we definitely do a weekly roundup. We did it on Friday nights. So I have to see what works for everybody else's schedule. But yes, I will definitely be doing Big Brother. Absolutely. Right, Abby. I'm the same way. I have to get my plane ticket for Louisville. Once I get my ticket for Louisville, then I focus more on the cruise. But I'm gonna make another payment this week on the cruise, and then I'm probably at the end of the month I buy my my ticket for Louisville, and then I'll just keep paying on the cruise. No, I haven't booked my flight yet. But don't worry, I will be there. Hello, I will be there. But no, I haven't booked it yet. Okay. If you're able to, I highly recommend the play. Purpose is so good. I was able to meet the cast, including LaTanya Richardson Jackson. She's leaving too, and I did want to see Purpose. Purpose is on my list. I want to see Purpose. I want to see Hell's Kitchen. Oh, y'all, my Hamilton people about to be mad. So they took a group of students to see Hell's Kitchen, like maybe the last week of school. You know, we have a theater arts component to my high school. So the theater arts kids, they took a trip to go see Hell's Kitchen. And guess who they ran into and they got autographs? One of the original guys from Hamilton. I can't think of his name right now, but if I who watched the show Bull? He was in Bull. If you watch the show Bull, y'all know who I'm talking about. He was in Hamilton and he was on the show Bull. He played Chunk, I think, on Bull, the guy that became a lawyer while the show was, he was like a paralegal and then he became a lawyer. They ran into him and they lost their mind. They came back the next day showing me pictures and they got his autograph and stuff. They lost their mind when they ran into him. But I want to see Hell's Kitchen. I want to see Death Becomes Her, and I definitely want to see The Great Gatsby. So I got to get my t-shirt and bag seal. What's the cutoff date? August the 1st. Thank you for reminding me. So August the 1st is the cutoff date. Christopher Jackson. Thank you, Tracy. That's his name. Daveed Diggs. What character did he play in Hamilton? Yeah, George Washington. Yep, he was George Washington. Yep. Hell's Kitchen was like, yeah, I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. That's who they ran into. Chris Jackson. Yep, that's who they ran into. Somebody was getting ready to say, oh, Ray Bishop, are there any betting verdicts around the baby? I bet you every sports book has a bet on Diddy. If you're near any casinos, go to the sports book. I promise you there's a Diddy category. If you live near MGM, whatever city, I promise you there's a you might even be able to find one on DraftKings or what's the other one? It's DraftKings or FanDuel. You might be able to find a category on DraftKings or FanDuel and you could bet $5 over, under, whatever you want to bet on the Diddy trial. I'd be willing to put good money on it. I'd be willing to put good money that you could find a sports book somewhere that's got a Diddy category. Okay, so let me do this. Let's take a short break. So I can go through this announcement. I have to get back in the habit of making this announcement. I had kind of got away from it. If you are going on the Books and Bourbon tour, there is a VIP package. Okay, the Books and Bourbon tour is the weekend of October the 10th through 12th. We'll be going to Louisville, Kentucky for the Louisville Book Festival, and we are going to be hanging out at some distilleries. So you do not have to buy the package, but if you choose to, the package includes a t-shirt. It includes your ticket into 2 distilleries for tastings. It includes transportation to the book fair. It includes a swag item from the book fair. I want it to be a tote bag so you guys can have somewhere to put all the books that you're going to gather at the book fair. That is the goal. I can't promise it's going to be a tote bag. It's going to depend on the pricing of the tote bag. But it'll be a swag, either a tote bag, a mug, a t-shirt. It'll be some swag from the Louisville Book Festival. You can cash app. It's $150. You can cash app that to me no later than August the 1st. Please, when you cash app me, make sure you give me your t-shirt size, please, and thank you. Okay. And Chuck is definitely going. And Chuck, I got to get on it. Like I said, I kind of got away from this because I was focused on the end of the school year and Disney and all the stuff I had going on. But I'm back focused on this. So Chuck, I will definitely be talking to you this week so we can try to finalize a restaurant. I will definitely be finalizing the distilleries that I think we're going to go to. Obviously, I can't buy the tickets until after August the 1st because I don't know how many tickets to buy yet. But after August the 1st, but I'm looking at, it's 3 or 4 different distilleries that I've been looking at. So yeah, 2 of them are in walking distance from the hotel. The third one, which is the Black-owned one, it's not in walking distance from the hotel. But I would love for us to go to a Black-owned distillery and support them. The other problem is I talked to one of the owners of the distillery and they're in the process of moving. So it's really going to depend on if they're going to be in their new location and be ready to take tours by October because they're moving this summer. So he said to call him back, a little bit, closer to the event because it was too early for him to really give me a definitive yes, so. Right. That's the one I want to go to. I want to go to the Black-owned one. That's really my priority. But like I said, when I talked to one of the owners, that was the only hesitation, that he couldn't commit to something in October because they're literally moving into a new location this summer. So it's going to depend on whether they're up and ready for, because I mean, the distillery will be up obviously, but if they're ready to have tours come through. So, because the location where they are now it's just not a big location. So yeah. Yeah, Cruz. I mean, if they're not ready, they're not ready. You know what I'm saying? But if they're ready, that's definitely my priority. But if they're not ready, then we just gonna go. And the other two are in the other ones are in walking distance of the hotel, which means we don't even have to worry about, getting drinking, drink. So, well, you'll definitely get a good experience because like I said, we're gonna be Have I ever thought about going to the Uncle Ernest Distillery in Tennessee? I've never been. I may have to go down there. I've never been. I didn't know they had a distillery that was open to the public. Thank you. You gave me some new information. I didn't know that. Maybe we can buy a bottle and do a tasting ourselves at dinner. Yeah, we could do that, Tracy. That's actually an idea, Tracy, that we just buy some of the liquor that distillery makes if they're not open and just do our own tasting. That's a good idea, Tracy. That's actually a great idea. Yeah. Chuck, I don't know. I don't know locations, but where they are now, I think that he said they're going to be moving close. Don't make me lie. But yeah, I don't know where they're moving to. Don't even make me tell no lie. I don't know anything about the distillery. Also, and I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna move on. Also, there are other things to do in Louisville if you are not interested in either going to a distillery or if you're not interested in going to the book fair. There's the Louisville Slugger Museum. There's an African American History Museum there. There is the Muhammad Ali Center there. So there are other things to do in Louisville. Okay. I've been on a tour of Uncle Nearest and it's very informative. I'm gonna have to look it up. I didn't know. I did not know. I'm gonna have to look it up. Thank y'all. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to look it up. Thank y'all for letting me know that. Okay. All right, let's get back to the announcements. Let's get back to the news, honey. Let's get back to the news. Okay. Okay, the WNBA. Okay, we're gonna come back to that one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a road trip one day this week. Maybe next week. I think I'm gonna take a road trip next week. They just opened up a Buc-ee's here not here in Virginia, but in Virginia. Now I have never been to a Buc-ee's, but I might have to take me a road trip down to the Buc-ee's. It's in a part of Virginia that's probably about 2 hours away. So I might take me a road trip next week. Cause why not? But I've never been to a Buc-ee. So the grand opening was today. So I might wait till after the holiday weekend because I know traffic is gonna be crazy. So maybe next week. I may go down there next week. Because again, I'm off for the summer. So I could take a day to drive down to the Duckies, to drive down to the Buc-ee's and see what it is. That store is so damn crowded for nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. So I think I'm gonna take me a road trip, y'all. I think I'm gonna go down to the Buc-ee's. All right. Now, I'm about to spend a good hour and some money. Ooh, I'm gonna spend money. Symmetry said, I do not see the fascination. Wasn't it a gas? Yeah, it's like a big old truck stop, y'all. Darn, they missed my flight messing around with Buc-ee's, but it was worth it. Okay. So some of y'all say it's worth it, and some of y'all say it's not worth it. Okay, I'm gonna drive down there to the Buc-ee's. Let me Google it. I know it's down. I Googled it a couple of months ago when they first said it was opening. But hold on, let me Google it again. Because I think it's like 2 hours away. Buc-ee's, Virginia. Did I spell that right? Okay. Virginia's first Buc-ee's open in Rockingham County. Let me see here. Hold on. Rockingham County, Virginia. This might be somewhere I don't think I want to be after dark, though. I definitely want to make sure I get home. 6500 Buc-ee Boulevard in Mount Crawford. Hold on, let me Google it. What did I just say? 6300 Buc-ee Boulevard. I just said Buc-ee Boulevard. It might not be on. They just opened. It might not even be on the thing yet. Hold on. What did I just say? 6300 Buc-ee Boulevard in Mount Crawford. Buc-ee. It's not coming up. Let me just put Mount Crawford. It may be such a new address because I'm sure Buc-ee Boulevard is a brand new street. Let me just do Mount Crawford, Virginia. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's about 2 hours. About 2.5 hours. It's saying 2 hours and 35 minutes, but they're probably factoring in rush hour traffic right now. Yeah, they're probably factoring in rush hour traffic right now. So it's probably about a 2 hour because I would go first thing in the morning. I will go in the morning. So, okay. One Buc-ee's in Texas has 60 gas pumps and a huge store right off the interstate. Ooh, 60 gas pumps. That is huge. Well, I know I ain't got to worry about getting gas, honey. I'll get the gas while I'm there. Okay. Let's talk about Nelly's clown. What else I have in the title, child? Diddy Verdict, WNBA. Okay, we're going to Malik Beasley. Let's talk about Nelly's clown ass. So let me explain something to y'all. I told y'all, and I meant what I said. I told y'all that I was not reviewing they got cinnamon rolls. Oh, my fat butt. I stop at the one in Georgia every time I visit my man. Loads of snacks and something. How did I never see them? I know they exist. I've just never seen one in my travels. Abby, have we ever seen a Buc-ee's in our travels? Hold on, y'all. Let me blow my nose. You said not the nasty store flavor cinnamon rolls. What is a store flavor? I don't even know what that means. Store flavor cinnamon rolls. We already talked about okay, we're not talking about that. Okay. So let me say this. First of all, I already told y'all I'm not watching the show and I'm not reviewing the show after he decided he was going to coon his ass down to the inauguration. So absolutely not, wasn't going to do it. Okay. So, but of course, I can't avoid the clips because they're all over the TikTok and the Instagram. So I have seen some of the clips from the first episode that dropped last week. Two things I took away from the episode that I dropped last week. Actually, three things I took away. The first thing I took away was, much like Kelly Price, some people just don't need to do reality TV. Let us live in our delusion of who you are. After the clips, I am no longer interested in the Nelly Ashanti love story. And I didn't even watch the episode. Those were just the clips. That man told her that he wasn't doing nothing with that baby until the baby could walk and talk. sorry. Let me say that for the people in the back. Maybe y'all didn't hear me. Hey. He said he couldn't help her with that baby until that baby could walk or talk. What up, Brother Dev? I'm sorry, what? Okay. So we're going to push that to the side. Then I guess they call themselves addressing the controversy by putting it in the first episode about him performing down to the inauguration. Now, we know that that wasn't the first episode that they filmed because they had already announced the show coming. They had already announced the show coming before the inauguration. You know how I know? Because at first I said I was going to review the show because I was like, oh, that'll be a cute little show. We're going to review it. And then after the inauguration, I said I wasn't reviewing the damn show. So they clearly were already filming this show prior to him getting that phone call about the inauguration. So strategically, they made that the first episode as a way to try and, I guess, pacify us. And essentially, if you cut through all of the bullshit, essentially it was a check. And he did it because it was a check. Miss me with the, well, if it was a campaign, I wouldn't do it. But he already won, and it's about the office, and I respect the office. And ain't no other president ever asked me to perform. Exactly, sir. Exactly. It's clear that Ashanti didn't want him to do it. I saw in the clip, it was all over that woman's face. She was like, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of this. I'm not trying to contradict him on camera, but it is clear that she did not want him to do that. And then after Ashanti's mama told the story about how her daddy was so active in the civil rights movement, how he marched with King, and he was, I mean, he wasn't just like a casual observer, like he was very much a part of the civil rights movement. And the fact that you still was like, oh, well, it's a check. I don't know Rock Chick because I didn't watch the whole episode. I really only know what I saw in the clips. So yesterday, and here's how I know. Here's how I know that some people just need to shut up and just shut up. It's okay to listen. Being quiet is free. It's okay to shut up. Because then Nelly decided, I guess the backlash he was getting was a little too much for him to handle. So he released the following statement. This is coming from the griot. I'm gonna read y'all what is here. Let me inhale, exhale real quick before I get into this bullshit. Nelly argues that despite the Black community's anger with him for performing for Trump, he and Snoop Dogg, who also performed at the inauguration, do more in the community and have been doing for over 20 plus years against any of you that were just on here talking trash. So I'm going to read that again because maybe I read it wrong. Let me read it again. This is a quote. Do more in the community and have been doing for over 20 plus years against any of you that are just on here talking trash. That's an end quote. You know who else did a lot for the Black community while they were destroying the black community? Drug dealers. Somebody always want to tell the story about the drug dealer that came down to the neighborhood and bought turkeys at Thanksgiving and bought toys for the kids at Christmas and paid people's rent. People always talk about drug dealers that came down to the neighborhood and took care of the kids in the same neighborhood where they was getting their mamas addicted to crack. I'm sorry, did I go left? My bad. You say that like because you do charity work in the community, because you know, Snoop Dogg runs a youth football league, because y'all do these things, you act like that gives you carte blanche. It's not. It's two different things, sir. And if anything, that should make you feel some kind of way, because after all the work that you have done to build up the black community, which I do know that Nelly has been consistent in community service, especially since his sister died. I give you credit for that, Nelly. I absolutely do. But that's all the more reason why you should be more diligent in making sure that your legacy doesn't get swept up. It's something so simple. All you had to say was no. It's real easy. No is a complete sentence. But I'm not done. He went on to further say, some of y'all have a problem with us, talking about him and Snoop, because the prosecutor who has probably locked up more black men that we've helped women of color with the white. Let me read that again because it must be me. Let me go back and read it again. Okay, let me go back and read it again. The prosecutor who has probably locked up more black men that we've helped women of color with the white husband and white kids did not win the election. I'm gonna read it one more time because, yeah. Some of y'all have a problem with us because the prosecutor who has probably locked up more black men that we've helped women of color with the white husband and white kids did not win the election. I promise y'all that's what it says. Let me hold on. Let me wipe my glasses off because maybe it's me. It could be me. It really could be me. Hold on. Let me wipe my glasses off. Let me wipe my glasses off. Let me read it one more time. Okay. Yeah, I think he meant to say then we've helped with no, because that still wouldn't make sense. Let me read it one more time. Some of y'all have a problem with us because we got that's there. The prosecutor who has probably locked up more black men. That's where he messed up. After the black man statement, it says that we've helped. Okay, so the prosecutor that's probably locked up more black men than we've helped women of color with the white husband and white kids did not win the election, he wrote. Okay, I don't even know. Tommy said, girl, stop. You giving me a headache. Tommy said, stop. Y'all, we know what he was trying to say. But Nelly, here's the reason why shutting up is free, sir. Because as long as you were trying to make it seem like you only did it because you were trying to support the office of the president and you respect the office of the president and it doesn't matter who's in that office, but it's the office of the president, you should have just stuck with that line. Now, most of us wasn't buying it. But you should have stuck with that line, because now what you have now done is that you have now made this a personal attack against Kamala Harris, and now I know that what you did was intentional. It was not, oh, I was just respecting the office of the president. Oh, no. Because you have now made a personal attack against Kamala Harris, her husband, and somehow you think she has kids. Hey, Nelly, sir, Kamala Harris don't have no kids, white or otherwise. She don't have no kids. I don't know what white kids you saw Kamala Harris with, but they weren't hers. Second of all, that whole line about how many black men she put in jail. So that lie was debunked months ago. So that's number two. And number three, even if she did put black men in jail, I told y'all this back during the election. That was her job. She was a prosecutor. Her job was to put criminals in jail. And I don't want to hear nothing about, well, it was just for weed. Was weed illegal when she put those people in jail? Then they were breaking the law. So now what you have done, Nelly, is you've actually made the situation worse, because now what you have done is you have confirmed that you do have a problem with Kamala Harris, and you did have an issue with Kamala Harris, and you probably did actually support Donald Trump. Because let's call a thing, y'all. And I'm not trying to rehash or relitigate. It was what it was. It is what it is. And we are where we are right now. But I don't know what it is about black men, and it wasn't all black men. We know that 70-something% of black men still voted for Kamala Harris, but it's the other 30% or 20-something%. I don't know what it is about y'all that y'all were really willing to cut your finger off to spite your hand, cut your nose off to spite your face. Like, and now where are you? And now what you dealing with? So, Nelly, you are a clown. And if that was supposed to make me want to support you and come back around, it didn't. It did not. It did not. Y'all, I'm really mad that my candles were stolen. I'm sorry. It just came back to me. It just washed over me. Sorry. Because I was about to light a candle and I remember it. Oh, my candles got stolen. It's okay though. Moving right along. Because I think somebody in the comments asked me, and I was like, I told y'all we wasn't reviewing it. And I meant that. And I stand by that. I know sometimes I change my mind, but we ain't changing our mind about that one. Nelly and Ashanti can ride off into the sunset. Not Billy Goes to have more sense. Child, not that the Billy Goats have more sense, honey. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to really be. What about the candles in the house? What about the candles in the house? What you talking about? Are you asking, do I have candles in the house? Light Karen candle. Tracy, I don't know what you're talking about, baby. I do not, Terrell. I do not. I was about to call you and something said, check to see if you were alive. Yep, I'm here. Okay. Malik Beasley. Let's see what's going on with Malik Beasley. She's saying light your candle. Oh, my Karen candle. Oh, I got it now. We good. We good on the Karen candle. I will not light that candle again until Karen Huger is free. I have candles, y'all. I just, I was just, and I honestly didn't even order that many candles because I wasn't gonna. See, this would, even though I'm mad I spent the money, but see, this would God be like, knock, 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 because I wasn't gonna buy the candle. Remember I told y'all I wasn't buying any candles because I was getting ready. I was going to go on vacation, and I was like, y'all, I don't need to buy no candles. And at the last minute, I decided, well, let me just go ahead and order a few. Because, it is the semi-annual sale. Let me order a few. And because I had waited till like the last day of the sale to even order the candles, the selection was really wasn't a lot there that I wanted. So I honestly didn't even order that many candles. I think I might have ordered maybe five candles. It really wasn't a lot of candles. I mean, compared to usually I stock up. Usually I get the max. When I get my candles, when it's the semi-annual sale, I usually buy the max. But I only ordered like maybe 5 or 6 candles. It really wasn't a lot. And then I ordered some of that soap because I told you I like their soap. So I ordered some of the soap and I ordered maybe like 5 or 6 candles. My order wasn't even $100. So I know I didn't order a lot. And but again, like you said, it was mine. And I'm paying for it. So that's why, I mean, I did put in a claim. So I'll see what they're going to do with that. But of course, they showed me where it was delivered, and it was delivered to my house. I know it was delivered to my house, but anyway, child, let me not go down that road again. Let's talk about Malik Beasley. So Malik Beasley is a basketball player who is now under federal investigation. So let's read through this. I'm not reading through the lawsuit. I'm just reading the article. Okay. I bought a candle making kit and still haven't opened it. Spent that good cruise money. No, I know, but I probably didn't need to spend it though. But it was what it was anyway. Okay. Detroit Pistons star Malik Beasley is reportedly the subject of a new gambling investigation regarding the NBA game bets. News broke on Sunday, June the 29th, that the U.S. District Attorney's Office was looking into Beasley on allegations of gambling. ESPN, who broke the news, reported that prominent betting sites detected unusually heavy interest in Beasley's statistics in 2024. Beasley's lawyer swiftly addressed the accusations, asserting that the guard has not yet been charged with the crime. An investigation is not a charge, Beasley's attorney said. Malik is afforded the same right of the presumption of innocence as anyone else under the U.S. Constitution. As of now, he has not been charged with anything. Beasley, who previously played basketball with the Milwaukee Bucks, signed with the Pistons in June of 2024. Both the Pistons and the NBA as a whole have pledged to cooperate with the investigation. We are cooperating with the federal prosecutors into this investigation, NBA spokesperson Mike Bass told NBC News. Beasley was previously arrested in 2020 for a felony weapons charge. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 120 days in jail with a 3-year probation. The pro athlete served his sentence after the 2020-2021 NBA season after receiving a 12-game suspension from the league. 12 games ain't shit in basketball. They play like 500 games in a season. So 12 games is a big deal in the NFL, but 12 games really ain't a big deal in the NBA. But moving right along. That same year, Beasley's then wife, Montana Yao, filed for divorce after he was rumored to be dating Real Housewives of Miami star Larsa Pippen. Oh, this is okay. That's the same one. Got it. Beasley and Yao share a son, Makai, who was born in 2019. Oh, this is the guy that got caught walking through the airport with Larsa Pippen, and she was like, I didn't know he was married. I didn't know. He didn't tell me he was married. Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. I want to say sorry for putting you in the situation you were put in the last few months. My head wasn't where it was supposed to be. Beasley wrote in May of 2021, apologizing to Yao. I was looking for more when it was right here the whole time. I'm telling the world and you that nobody like you. There's nobody like you for me. He added, for the record, I was the one who ended my last relationship. In fact, there's no one like you. Also, for the record, I wanted to do my own because I just left you. Oh, God. I wanted to do my own because I just left you guys, and I def ain't the type to set up pictures at the mall. That's some childish-ish, and I'm trying to grow individually and grow a family. I ain't looking to be judged. I'm looking for forgiveness, to forgive me for hurting my family the way I did. Okay. Boy, bye. So we'll keep we on watch. We'll keep it posted. What's up, D? Not last day of gay month, y'all. Yep, because it's almost my birthday month and Hallmark Christmas movie month. Y'all. Listen, it's 200 of y'all in the room. Y'all know I ain't been live on this channel in a minute. I mean, talking about celebrity news. Please hit that like button. Help me get my algorithm, and then again. Next week. Tonight, Lord, I said next week. Tonight, it is the Whether You Like It or Not panel. It is the Whether You Like It or Not panel down to the Really Be TV reviews. We'll be there around 8:30-ish talking about last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. And I'm sure things will be said, okay? I'm sure. Just for that, Tracy, I'm bringing the branch downstairs. See, I wasn't going to bring the branch because it ain't Christmas time. But since y'all want to keep bringing up my tree, I'm bringing the tree down and I'm putting it right there. Now what? Chuck, I gotta get up with El Teddy because I know El Teddy wanted to do a panel. So we are gonna do Noah's Ark. But I gotta get with El Teddy when he gets back in town. Tracy said I didn't mean it. Too late. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Too late. You done put it out there now, girl. I'm gonna go. I gotta remind myself to bring the tree down. I'm gonna bring the tree down. Miss Toby, you too? At two, Brutus. I started watching Noah's Ark. I forgot to go back and finish. Okay, we'll go back and finish it. Now don't threaten us with a good time. Y'all some haters. All right, let me give y'all the scheduling updates now that I'm back in town. I still do not have specific dates and times. I'm just telling y'all what's coming up because as of right now, baby, I'm still trying to get my life together from being back in town. I'm behind on everything. But we got to get caught up on Divorced Sisters. We're going to watch, what's that show? I said the dating show on Netflix, the gay dating show where they exchange partners. Abby, remind me. Y'all told me last night, but I forgot to write it down. We're going to be watching that. I'm going to watch the documentary on Venus Extravaganza. And we're going to review that. I want to watch the documentary on Barbara Walters and review that. I want to watch the documentary on Jane Mansfield and review that. So we got a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. And of course, I had to get caught up on all the episodes from last week. I did watch last week's episode of The Real Housewives of Miami. What I'm probably going to do is just double up tomorrow and give you that. I do have to do Beyond the Gates. JB hit me up today. So me and him may do a review since this week is reruns. At some point this week, me and him will probably do Beyond the Gates. I just need time to watch all 5 episodes, so it'll probably be later on in the week. I'm going out of town again on Thursday, so maybe I'll do it Thursday before I get on the road, before I leave. Did I see Queen Bee hovering to me? I did see it. Let me tell y'all something. Let me say this to y'all. The ultimatum. Thank you. That's what it's called. Hold on, let me write that down before I forget again. The ultimatum. Let me say that. and y'all know I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I also am very fair and I give credit where credit is due. I want to give Beyonce, Giselle Knowles, all of the credit and kudos in the world on how that whole situation was handled. Beyonce was in that car hovering at I don't know how many feet in the air. She realized something was wrong. Baby, she said stop. She was in the middle of 16 carriages. She said stop. Stop. And you could literally see the terror in her face. If you watch that clip, you could see she was visibly terrified. You could see it. You could see it in her face. And she did not panic. She ain't get out of character and out of pocket. The people pulled her down. She went backstage to probably cuss some people out and to get her nerves together. And she came back out and she finished that show. So I have to give her kudos for that. I got to give her kudos for that because, baby, everybody couldn't have handled that the way she handled that. I was at the Sunday show in Houston and she didn't even try it again. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Now, she's going to be in D.C. for 4th of July. I'm wondering if they're going to do it in D.C. I wonder if she's going to do it in D.C. because she definitely, she'll be here 4th of July, so it'll be interesting. Oh, I know somebody. And somebody should have got fired. I mean, I don't know what went wrong. But that's one of them situations where somebody got to go. Even if it's not, even if it was unavoidable, baby, somebody got to go. Yeah, somebody went home that night. Definitely. Okay. Well, keep me posted, boo. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. I don't know what I'm getting ready to watch, but I'm getting ready to watch something while I eat my dinner. I had some crabs earlier. They weren't that great. I mean, they were okay, but I knew better. I knew better than to get crabs on a Monday because generally speaking, they're not that fresh. Generally, the crabs on Monday is what they had left over from Sunday. They just reheated it. And I know that. I know that. And I don't know why I didn't just wait. See, sometimes I be impatient. The crabs would have been better tomorrow. And I should have waited till tomorrow, but it was what it was. I ate them now, but I didn't eat. They ain't fill me up, so I need to. Plus, they didn't really have the size I wanted. I was just being impatient. I was just being, you get your mind set on something and it doesn't matter, and that's what it was. My mind was set on getting some crabs today, and I could have kept them crabs. I also told. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. Keep me posted, please. Hold on. Let me, what this saying? My brother has a new sci-fi pilot series on Prime called Tulsa. Currently, there's 2 vignettes, and part 3 is making the rounds in Amsterdam. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out because I have Prime. It's called Tulsa. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out, and I definitely would love to interview him. Yeah, keep it posted. Yeah, she definitely handled that well. I can't even front. Like, I can't even front, y'all. That Beyonce did that. And like I said, if you see that clip, you can literally see she is terrified. You can see her chest, her breathing. You can see how she was terrified. So whatever she realized that, I mean, I know that the car was tilted, but whatever she realized that was happening, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Blue was definitely backstage firing somebody. Okay. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. I will see you guys back at 8:30-ish. Thank y'all for being here, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.